Union Minister Narayan Rane has approached the Bombay High Court seeking quashing of the 3 FIRs registered against him for his slapping remark against Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. Now, Narayan Rane is currently in a local BJP office. BJP workers are not allowing the police to go in and detain him at the moment. Mayuresh joining me on the phone line. Mayuresh, now this is becoming a major confrontation between Narayan Rane and his supporters, and the state police, in fact, also has arrived to arrest him, to detain him after FIRs have been registered against him. What is happening at the BJP office in Ratnagiri, Mayuresh? Okay, we're trying to connect to Mayuresh to get an update, but here's a developing situation there in Ratnagiri. High drama at the BJP office, where police has arrived to detain Union Minister Narayan Rane. BJP workers not allowing that to happen. So currently BJP workers have blocked the police from entering the party office. Mayuresh on the phone line. Yes, Mayuresh.
In the morning only, Nashik team of police have left for the Konkan region to basically detain Narayan Rane, who's a center minister. And now we have been given to understand that team has reached Sanmeshwar city in the Konkan region, where Narayan Rane is conducting his Jan Ashirwad Yatra, the second phase of his Jan Ashirwad Yatra after Mumbai. But now we have been given to understand that the Narayan Rane is right now in a local BJP office. Local BJP leaders as well as party workers are not allowing the Nashik police to go in and detain Narayan Rane. They are continuously making the claim that the police don't have any kind of official papers. Until the time they show us any kind of official papers, we will not allow them to go inside. And that's why the confrontation is right now happening between the Nashik, between the police as well as between the BJP workers there. Also, we have been given to understand that the Narayan Rane's lawyers have approached the Bombay High Court for the urgent hearing because they have applied for the anticipatory bail, and they have asked the Bombay High Court for the urgent hearing.
All right, they are asking for an urgent hearing. High Court has been moved by Union Minister Narayan Rane requesting the quashing of the FIRs. A massive controversy now over this entire issue. First, Narayan Rane's comments on Uddhav Thackeray has angered the Shiv Sena workers. They've been protesting in Mumbai for the last 2 days. In fact, today the protest has taken an ugly turn with major violence that erupted outside Narayan Rane's residence earlier in Mumbai, where the protesters and Sena workers clashed with the supporters of the BJP. Police intervened at that point. Now the drama has shifted to Ratnagiri, to the BJP office. It seems the police has arrived there at the BJP office in Ratnagiri to detain Union Minister Narayan Rane, since there are FIRs against him. Rane's supporters and the BJP workers there are blocking the party office, not allowing the police to access the party office. Mr. Rane, meanwhile, has in fact moved the High Court. Mr. Rane has moved the High Court requesting for a quashing of the FIRs against him. Bombay High Court has rejected the urgent hearing in this matter. So Narayan Rane is currently at the BJP office in Ratnagiri. He earlier moved the High Court requesting for a quashing of the FIRs and an urgent hearing, which has been declined. So one has to wait and see now where this goes. At the moment, clearly a situation of conflict and confrontation between the supporters of Narayan Rane and the police, and the other Sena workers also, it seems, gathered there. Mr. Narayan Rane is someone who was earlier with the Shiv Sena. He's moved to the BJP. He is now a union minister in the Modi government. Let me go across to Mayuresh to tell us more about what's happening there. Yes, Mayuresh.
Yeah, the reports which we are getting from Ratnagiri Sanmeshwar city, where right now Narayan Rane is in one of the local BJP office. As we said, that the confrontation is still on between the Nashik police team, which has reached there to detain Narayan Rane, as well as the local BJP workers as well as the leaders are protesting against the state government, and they are not allowing the Nasik police to go inside the BJP office and detain, because continuously they are making the claim that the Nasik police, they don't have any kind of document, a valid document to show, and till the time they show us a valid document, we will not allow them to go inside. On the second hand, if we see what exactly happening in Mumbai after the ruckus in the morning, which happened in Juhu area just outside Narayan Rane's house, Narayan Rane's advocate have approached the Bombay High Court asking or requesting Bombay High Court for the urgent hearing to quash the FIR file against Narayan Rane in Nasik.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and just to remind our viewers how this entire controversy started, Mayuresh, can you tell us what prompted this kind of confrontation, firstly on the streets of Mumbai, and now for Mumbai police to, Maharashtra police now to reach this stage where they want to detain Mr. Rane? What exactly is the entire backstory?
In one of the press conferences held by Narayan Rane, he used a particular statement against Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray and all the Shiv Sainiks who have basically approached the Nashik police and filed an FIR against Narayan Rane, who's a central minister. They feel insulted that this statement is basically was in a bad taste against Uddhav Thackeray, and that's why they filed an FIR in the cyber police at the Nasik police station. And after that, we can say that Nasik police sent a team to Konkan region, where Narayan Rane is conducting second phase of his Jan Ashirwad Yatra, to detain him. Sorry.
Right. Yes, clearly this particular case has now taken a dangerous turn, with the police arriving to arrest a union minister, and there are FIRs against him for making adverse comments against Uddhav Thackeray amid protests across Maharashtra over Narayan Rane's remarks on slapping Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray. The BJP, of course, is now giving BJP supporters are giving him from arrest, trying to literally block the party office in Ratnagiri, not allowing the police to enter. Well, pictures coming to you of how earlier Mr. Narayan Rane question about his statements that has drawn the ire of the Shiv Sena. Shiv Sena workers are up in arms against Narayan Rane because of those comments made on Uddhav Thackeray.
कॉपी दिखाओ, खुद आ रहे हैं, खुद जा रहे हैं, खुद सरेंडर हो रहे हैं, तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? अरेस्ट वारंट दाखल की बात हो गई क्या? एसपी साहब ने अरेस्ट वारंट दाखल नहीं दिखाया, अभी तक नहीं दिखाया। आप भी पूछो, आपने पूछा उनको, क्या बोले आपको? आमच्याशी बोलत नाहीये। वरिष्ठ नेताओं की बात हो गई। ये जबरदस्ती है, ये खुन्नस निकालने का बात चल रहा है, बाकी कुछ नहीं। निकालने दो उनको खुन्नस। राणे साहब बात हो गई है, बात हो रही है, बात हुई है, बात चालू है, कोर्ट काजी चालू है, लेकिन अटक वारंट तो है नहीं। क्या माझं म्हणणं आहे, ये जे चाललेलं आहे नहीं रहा तो आप राणे साहब इसका परिणाम भुगतना पडेगा। राणे साहब जाणार आहेत का? यात्रा सुरू रहेगी की ठरेल आपल्याला 2 दिवस 2 मिनिट यात्रा जारी रहेगी। संदीप जी, आपण सगळे दृश्य आपले पाहतोय।
BJP workers are blocking the party office in Ratnagiri. Bombay High Court, meanwhile, has rejected the urgent hearing of Narayan Rane's plea. The plea was to quash the FIRs against him. FIRs registered in the Nasik Cyber Cell Police against Narayan Rane for making adverse comments on Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Uddhav Thackeray. Police has arrived at the BJP office in Ratnagiri to detain Union Minister Narayan Rane. Mayuresh joining us with more. Yes, Mayuresh, bring us up to speed with all the developments that have happened since morning, starting with the protests that we saw in Mumbai and now the police arriving at the doorstep of the BJP office in Ratnagiri.
Absolutely. After Nasik, Shiv Sena city head filed an FIR against Narayan Rane for his comment against Uddhav Thackeray. The cybercrime police or cyber police registered an FIR, and we saw that they sent a team towards Konkan region, where Narayan Rane is conducting Jan Ashirwad Yatra, to detain him. Then we saw in Mumbai that the Shiv Sena protested heavily outside Narayan Rane's residence, and there was kind of a ruckus which happened between the Shiv Sena party workers as well as the BJP party workers. Now, we have been given to understand by the locals that the Narayan Rane is basically in Sangameshwar, where the police has reached, and now we have been given to understand that the police will be detaining him soon, because court is yet to hear the matter. Court has basically refused the request of Narayan Rane's lawyer to hear the matter on the urgent basis until the time Narayan Rane has no release. And that's why there is a chance that Narayan Rane may get detained. There is a confrontation which is happening in Sangameshwar city also between the Nasik police and the BJP workers, because BJP workers are not allowing Nasik police to enter into the BJP office. They are saying that they don't have any kind of valid documents. Unless they show us the valid documents, we will not allow them.
This is a political battle. Narayan Rane has clearly provoked the Shiv Sena, made a direct attack at Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray, and a rather personal remark as well, saying that he had no information about the details of India's Independence Day, and if he was present on that occasion, he would have slapped him. So to make that kind of a remark for Narayan Rane on a Chief Minister of a state has now provoked huge anger among the supporters of Shiv Sena. Arvind Sawant, Member of Parliament of the Sena, joining me. Mr. Sawant, good afternoon. What exactly is happening here? Why do we see so much chaos around this issue of a union minister making a comment on Uddhav Thackeray?
I don't want to make any comment on a non-entity and useless guy. But I would like to ask a question to the Honorable Prime Minister. Is it the aim of your Jana Ashirwad? And this is what the object on the intentions of the government to act like this. If he supports that, if he says that whatever he has done is a correct thing, then I will speak about it. I would like to know on the Honorable Prime Minister itself, is it the motive of the Jana Ashirwad to use such language? The man who himself did not know the independence, he himself has once said it is an anniversary. So that is what the quality of that person who I feel he is a non-entity for us. But the way he has acted, I would like to know from the Honorable Prime Minister.
But your party is leading the government in Maharashtra. Can you allow the state to go into this kind of a disarray, where Sena workers have unleashed violence on the streets? They are confronting BJP workers. Can that be allowed, sir?
All these questions are useless for me. Useless questions, baseless questions. If you have been slapped, you will know what do you mean.
No, how is it baseless? Isn't your party in power in Maharashtra? Are we not seeing chaos on the streets of Mumbai? I do understand a certain decorum in language is expected out of the national leaders. Nobody disputes that.
If everybody says it is a prompt reaction, then it is also a reaction. I don't want to answer all those. I would like to know the Prime Minister. I would like to listen to the Prime Minister, what the Honorable Prime Minister wants, because he is his cabinet minister. The way he is functioning, he is walking, the way he is using the language,
yes,
the responsibility lies with the Honorable Prime Minister. Now I am asking the Honorable Prime Minister to say whether he defends such statements, and that is what I wanted to listen to it. And then I'll make the statement about it. Okay?
But it is widely believed, Mr. Sawant, that Shiv Sena has a pathological hatred for Narayan Rane, and this was just an excuse or a provocation, of course, to get back at him. Do you see merit in that argument?
Are you a spokesperson of him? We have become a spokesperson of such a nuisance guy.
No, I am being the devil's advocate. I am asking from the other side as well.
Don't use such words. These words are applicable to him, not to Shiv Sena. Whichever words you are using are applicable to him, not to Shiv Sena. Please try to understand. When you don't know the history, don't make statements without knowing the history of a person. So therefore, I'm again.
So you are saying it is applicable to him, which means Narayan Rane has something against the Shiv Sena, which is why he is making these comments. Why is he so angry with Uddhav Thackeray? Why is he saying such things so openly?
Such action, such statement by his ministers. That's all. Nothing else.